Welcome back, my friends from Bangladesh, right here on this channel. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm a German rapper, and today I'm gonna react on a requested song by you, Desh Shongskar by Goldcube featuring Scary Crow. I think it's a rap song because I see this feature thing. I don't think it is a band. Probably it's rap, maybe singing. I'm not sure. I haven't heard it yet. I translated the whole thing in ChatGPT, so we have the lyrics right here. They're not perfect, of course, but I think not too shabby. If I see this correctly, the chorus is made by Scary Crow and the rest of the lyrics are by Goldcube. We're gonna take a look a lot at the lyrics today because this is what the song is about. It's part of the revolution movement, the quota movement in Bangladesh, and it was requested because of that to me. I got spammed a little bit with that. I don't like the spam if people write like 15 times the same recommendation. I don't like that, but I saw a couple of people telling me to react on this. That's why I'm doing it. You're gonna see my reaction after the intro.
Superstars haben Millionen für Promotion, gern geschehen, aber jeder kann es schaffen, das wollt ihr mir echt erzählen. Manche Leute können dir jahrelang auf die Nerven gehen, zu einem Streit gehören immer zwei, gern geschehen, ich hoffe...
Alright, first of all, real quick about the cover, we see the parental advisory, so, of course, controversial topic. We see them holding different things right through the wall. It's kind of this, it showcases like, okay, we're like in a jail, we're trying to fight to get out of the jail. That's how I understand the cover, so... Alright, let's start. Okay, real quick, that was some intro. The first part sounded like from politician speaking. The second part more like a news report. Don't know if this is actually in the lyrics. No, I don't think it's in the lyrics. So I actually don't know. I think I don't know what the I can't find out what the intro says. But let's check out the music first. উদ্যোক্তা প্রশ্ন বেচা রাখে কামাইলো আবেদ আলী ড্রাইভার হাতে বানায় বিসিএস ক্যাডার দেশে ঘরে ঘরে বিপ্লব বানাইলো এই দেশের প্রধান শিল্প চুরি প্রধান শিক্ষা রাজনীতি প্রধান ব্যবসা ধর্ম আর খুনি যে রাজা প্রজার খবর লয় না ওই রাজাকার ওই আসল রাজাকার তুমি আমি প্রজাজার প্রজাতার Oh, strong voice. He sounds really angry, man. Sounds angry, tough voice, man. Like really, you take him serious like that when you rap him, man. Crazy. Okay. মাটির মানুষ মাটি কাজার দেয়ালে ঠেকে পিঠ মাথা পিছু 3 লাখ ঋণ দিন রাত কি খালি পেটে কাটে কত রাত ঋণ What? Bro, holy heck. This like shouting heavy metal singer, death metal merged with hip hop. What is going on? Bro. Okay, I expected a lot, but not this kind of hook. I was expecting nothing and everything at the same time, but not that. Okay, let's take a look at the first verse. Gonna keep it short as possible. From such a dark time, we've learned only lies. Entrepreneurs sold questions and earned millions. So the ruling class getting addressed right here. The rich people. Abed Ali, the driver, became a BCS. I didn't Google that actually. Brought revolution to every household in the country. Abed Ali. Okay, I have to go for this real quick. Abed Ali. Okay, I have no clue who Abed Ali is. Look, I've been googling a couple of names before the reaction, but I missed out on that one. Very sorry for that. I can't find that out. The main industry of this country is theft. The main education is politics. So we see really obviously here how the government and the ruling class is getting criticized. So the theft that the population getting robbed by the government, the main education is politics, so they try to make us think what they want us to think. The main business is religion and murder, and that is really cool, this part right here. Which king does not care about his subjects? Whose king is that? That's the real traitor. So really, that's the shot towards Sheikh Hasina right here. That's like the shot. You and I are the subjects under him. The people are charlatans, witch doctors, and false saints. Ordinary people eat dirt with their backs against the wall. The ordinary people are the ones always suffering the most in every conflict. And that is getting said right here again. A debt of 300,000 per person. What is day or night? How many nights pass on an empty stomach? So the economical situation of the people getting described in the song as well. We didn't have this in other songs that much, but the economical situation of the, I say the poor part of the population is always like, I think that's always a topic we should talk about, because we argue about this and that, but man, the poverty class that are in many countries 30, 50 or 70%, you know, of poor people, and we don't talk about this enough. But okay, let's go back to the song real quick. Bro, wait a second, the hook. You can't stop our slogan. How long will you survive hiding behind piles of corpses? We know in these protests, a lot of casualties, and that is getting addressed right here. How long will you hide, Hasina, and the other puppets in the government, you know? How long will you hide behind the corpses? Bro, strong. আনে বিপ্লব প্রতিবার বিদ্রোহী প্রতিবাদ আন্দোলন এমন না যে চাইতাছে কর্মসংস্থান মাসিক ছাত্র ভাতা মান সম্মান ওরা কইছে রাষ্ট্রভাষা বাংলা চাই পূর্ব পশ্চিম ভাগ চাই নিরাপদ সড়ক চাই কোটার সংস্কার চাই ছাত্র যদি ভয় পাইতো বন্দুকের গুলি উর্দু থাকতো রাষ্ট্রভাষা উর্দু থাকতো গুলি দেশে স্বৈরাচার রাজ করে চোর রাজ ভোগ করে গুলি খায়া পাখির চেয়ে ছাত্র বেশি মরে পরিশ্রম আর যোগ্যতার মানে বুঝবো কেমনে ওই তো নিজেই টিকা আছে নিজের বাপের নামের বর্ডারে Hey bro, his voice so strong, man. Hey bro, he sounds like the voice of a war chief or something, shouting. And we heard in the lyrics right here, I heard that he said something about Urdu. So let's take a look at the lyrics right here. Urdu, of course, referred to the language movement in Bangladesh. So that's the part right here. If the students were afraid of gunfire, then today the state language would have been Urdu. Urdu would have been the language spoken. So only because these students were standing up back then, that's the reason why we have our own language. We know this from the language movement. The verse starts with this, and that is actually interesting, because I don't know what these years stand for, except 52, because there was the language movement. We see 47, 02, and 04. So I think it says right here there were always movements, but I don't know which movements were in the year, or if it's always the same movement. I don't think so, actually. Bring revolutions every time, rebellion and protest. Movements aren't just demands for employment, monthly student stipends, or respect and dignity. They said we want Bengali as the state language. So the language movement, that's the thing right here that getting described. And we had some comparisons to what happened back then to the actual situation that was one month ago in Bangladesh. We want a division between East and West. We want safe roads. We want quota reform. So that was the thing, the division between East and West, that is meant Pakistan and Bangladesh, of course, because the East is Bangladesh and the West is Pakistan. There was one country before, back then, long ago. We want safe roads. The safety is being talked about. We don't want to be shot. We want quota reform. There's the employment thing, right? So that more students and I'd say normal people have chance to get employed in the to get government jobs. But we further, I think we said dictators rule the country, thieves enjoy royal privileges, more students die from bullets than birds. So this was the situation just before 1 month, 1.5 months ago. A lot of casualties, police, everything. There was a horrible situation in Bangladesh. So this is getting described right here, because the numbers, we still don't know the real numbers, because they oppressed the media back then. Dictators rule the country. How will we understand the value of hard work and merit when even their certificates are in their father's name? So again, the reference to the quota movement. So why is the quota there that your father's name is means more to get your government job than your actual value of hard work and merit, what you do? Why is that? You know, and that is getting questioned right here. All right. Okay, let's go back to the song.
প্রতিবেশীর গুলিতে মরে গ্রামবাসী মনে হয় ঘর আমার কিন্তু ঘরের মালিক প্রতিবেশী মরণের ডর দেখাইবি তোরা আবু সাইদের মতো আমি বুক পাইতা কমু গুলি কর শান্তির পোলা এই বাংলাদেশ আমার আসামও আমার পশ্চিমবঙ্গ আমার ত্রিপুরাও আমার এই ছাত্র সমাজ আমার স্বাধীনতা আমার এই দেশের মাটি আমার দেশের মানুষ সব আমার উপজাতি আমার চাকমারা আমার বারমারা আমার মারমারা আমার আজব এক গল্প কল্পনা চাকমার শহীদ আবরার ফাহাদ এসকে সিনহার
Well, the thing is, he's a little bit offbeat, I feel. Like, I kind of think the lyrics are very important, but he's kind of a little bit offbeat right here. There's the drums on the plane. So, hook going again. We're gonna listen to the hook, but I want to go for the rest of the lyrics because we're gonna... That's actually... The lyrics right here are really interesting. Villagers die from neighbors' bullets at the border. Feels like my home, but the owner of the house is the neighbor. So you're not really, you don't really have the control over what is happening in your own home. Home is like, I think, a metaphor right here for the country. Will you scare us with fear of death? Like Abu Sayyid, I'll say with brave heart, shoot me. Abu Sayyid, have I googled this? I haven't googled it. Was it the first one shot in these protests? I feel like I know his name. He's a student activist shot dead by the Bangladesh police 16th of July 2024. He might actually be the first victim. I think he might even be the first victim of these protests. So I think I heard his name. I think he was the first martyr. Now then, now it's getting really interesting. This Bangladesh is mine. Assam is mine, West Bengal is mine, Tripura is mine, the student community is mine, this freedom is mine, the soil of this country is mine, all the people of this country are mine, the indigenous people are mine. So I was really not sure because he's repeating this, these are mine, mine, mine. Does this mean basically that he speaks from the side of the government, like from the perspective of the government, saying like, it's all mine, I have power over all of you? That's the one thing I can think of. Or it's from the perspective of the lyricist who said, Bangladesh is my country. Everything, like, this is mine, right? This is the other option I see right here. I'm not really sure. We can see West Bengal, Tripura, Assam. I think he's talking about different ethnicities and parts of the country. I just checked some of these. For example, he says, Chakmas are mine, the Baramas are mine, the Marmas are mine. I couldn't find Baramas, but Chakma I could find. And that is, there are 70,000 people living in Chittagong in Bangladesh and India. And Marma is, I think, an ethnicity living at the border of Myanmar. I think Myanmar and a little bit north of that. So I kind of understand it like this. He means like the minorities, some minorities in the country that he says they are mine. They needs to be defended. That's how I understand this part. Then we have a couple of more names coming up. We have Kalpana Chakma, the strange the story of Kalpana Chakma. Then Martyr Abrar Fahad, SK Sinhas, and Zagar Rumis. Now, I googled all these names. Is really interesting because, first of all, which was the first one? Let's check this. The first one is Kalpana Chakma. So, Kalpana Chakma was a human rights activist and feminist from Bangladesh who held the position of organizing secretary of the Hill Women's Federation. And if I see this correctly, she was in 1996. She was by the Bangla army. She was dragged out of her home, and I don't know about the story, but I mean, that's actually a bad sign, of course, for dictatorship. If a human rights activist getting dragged out by the army from their home is a very bad sign. That's not a democracy if that happens, usually, you know. Just my thought on this. Then we have Martyr Abrar Farhad. And Abrar Farhad was a second-year student in the Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology. He was brutally tortured and killed inside Buet's Sher-e-Bangla by leaders associated with the Chhatra League, a student political organization. I think they were involved in this latest protest as well. This right here happened in 2019. So they're talking about another murder right here from longer before, from 5 years ago. Then we have SK Sinhas. And SK Sinhas, I think meant with that is Surendra Kumhar Sinha. Is this correct? Yeah, commonly known as SK Sinha, is a Bangladeshi lawyer and jurist who served as the 21st Chief Justice of Bangladesh. He resigned from the position in November 2017 amid the 16th Amendment verdict controversy. Okay, so lawyer. Interesting. Fallout. Okay, and then we got, I think the last one was Sagar Rumis. And Sagar Rumis, they were murdered. There are actually two people, Sagar Sorova and Meherun Runi. The murder happened is about an unsolved murder double case of two well-known married Bangladeshi journalists who were stabbed to death. So again, we had the human rights activists, and we have two journalists right now who just disappeared, you know. So I don't know about the details of these things, but it all makes sense if we see it in the context of the dictatorship in Bangladesh. If people like journalists and human rights activists vanish from the scene, you know, it makes perfect sense in this context. All right, I talked a lot. Let's go for the rest of the song, man. I'm getting like this hook creeping me out. The way the song, this hook sounds is creeping me out, man, like crazy, man. Holy heck. A little bit of beat outro. Beat really cool as well. Produced by Anvil, by the way. I like the beat outro. Really cool. You can check him out. Again, let's go for the hook really quick, because I mean the hook is usually a little bit more important. I said it already, but you can stop our slogan. How long will we survive hiding behind piles of corpses? Now, we talked about this, that the government around Sheikh Hasina, they didn't care about the loss of lives, because we had this in the protest that Hasina and other politicians tried to get the focus on other topics, like there were people killed, and at the same time they talked about different stuff. They were so shocked that the students destroyed an underground station and stuff like this, and at the same time people dying, you know. And that's why how long will we survive hiding behind piles of corpses is the thing right here, that I think in other countries they're even more brutal, that such a protest wouldn't be successful. I don't even know how this exactly happened, how they stormed the residence of Hasina, because I would usually think that the army could prevent something from happening. So I don't know if the army wasn't really on Hasina's side. I'm not sure right here, but it's just my thought, you know. Okay, but no wrong information right here. It's just there was the last part was just my thinking, because I saw things happening in Iran, for example. There was nothing possible. There was the biggest revolution 2 years ago. Nothing happened. Thousands of casualties. It went on like that before, you know. That's why. Man, I think we don't get ads on this today. Talked a lot about sensitive topics. Yeah, no ads on this video probably. If you want to check another reaction from me on the current topic of Bangladesh, you can check this reaction right here. Thank you very much if you do so. If you want to check out a music video of myself, you can do this right here. I'm a German rapper, as I told you in the beginning, so maybe you want to see what music I do. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you want to, and I'm out.